watching AYV Television.
Right indeed, from our broadcasting house here on West Street in Sierra Leone's capital Freetown, you're watching Primetime News on AYV Television. You're also hearing us on radio this evening on 101.7 frequency modulation. My name is Victor Jones. Let's start with tonight's headlines.
Building brighter futures, VP Julde Jallo reviews school expansion projects in Putlaka.
This is going to change this community. Exactly. You know, their kids, we have a very nice school to go to.
Minister Parker links food safety to food sovereignty as Sierra Leone marks World Food Safety Day.
We have to have hygienic places where people are selling.
Also tonight on Primetime News, flood fears mount in Krube as residents prepare for intensifying rains.
Those
were the headlines, and now for the news in detail.
Well, hello and a hearty welcome for wherever you're joining us from tonight. My name is Victor Jones. For many children in rural Sierra Leone, access to quality education remains a daily challenge in communities where crowded classrooms and inadequate learning rooms. Hope for change are often pinned on new investment in education. In Budloka district, 2 communities are now watching that hope take shape in concrete and mortar. Vice President Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo has been assessing the progress of ongoing school expansion project in Kasonga and Lokoma Sama. Our reporter Mohamed Bakar Kamara brings us the story.
The sound of hammers and the sight of rising walls are becoming familiar scenes in Kasonga and Lokoma Sama. For communities where many children have learned under difficult conditions, these structures represent far more than construction projects. Education remains one of Sierra Leone's most pressing development priorities. Yet, in many rural communities, access to safe and conducive learning spaces remains limited. These new schools block 9 classrooms in Kasoma and 6 in Lokomasama are expected to ease congestion and create a more suitable environment for learning.
The manpower on the ground, you know, and then you have some really good and impressive work. So I want to thank you very much, you know, for the team you have on the ground, you know, and then this is going to change.
And all the toilets.
Yes.
The projects have also attracted support from Marapa Mines Limited, following engagements led by the Vice President Dr. Mohamed Julde Jallo. It is a partnership local leaders believe could help accelerate development beyond education and into other sectors affecting community well-being.
Make una behave una say. Yes, sir. Correct one. Yes, sir. This is a big contract to this. Yes, sir. Anybody work now fine? Belong to you. Okay, sir. Una protect the project. Yes, sir. Una respect una supervisor. Yes, sir. Una work like boy picking. Yes, sur. Una discipline una self with respect. Yes, sir. That 10 days like I tell una a big contract to this. Yes, sir. Next 10 the one day we work fine. Yes. The one day we discipline. Yes, sir. And the one day we get respect for authority. Yes, sir. When the man get work aside, you go able to go work there. Yes, sir.
In communities where education opportunities have often been constrained by limited infrastructure, the expectation is that children will soon learn in classrooms built not only to shelter but to inspire them. As construction progresses, residents say they are looking forward to the day when these buildings open doors to hundreds of pupils. offering a stronger foundation for learning and perhaps a better future.
Residents of Sami Fuluma village in Kenema district alongside patients at the Kenema Government Hospital have benefited from medical outreach organized by the Sierra Leone Medical and Dental Association as part of its 2026 mid-year Congress. The initiative aimed at addressing long-standing healthcare gaps and improvement access to essential medical services for vulnerable communities across the district. Our reporter George Bartolo Powell has more.
For years, residents of Sami Fuluma village in Kenema district have struggled with limited access to healthcare services, often traveling between 4 and 5 miles to reach the nearest health facility. Community members say this distance has not only affected their health outcomes, but also placed a financial and physical burden on daily life. Speaking to AYV News, some residents expressed frustration over the persistent lack of a nearby health post, describing the situation as challenging and unsustainable.
Sami from Naya will not go to hospital. Now I'm gonna then go attend hospital. Who can spend for the hospital business? Because for me I go and far away. Who can pay transport 20 years for go attend the clinic.
Because they sick, now I'm going to tell them go. Little the bad, but for the person manage. They supposed to be born a village. When they sick, because they can't go to hospital. So I'll accept the bad person manage.
The concerns raised by residents are among the key issues that informed the intervention by the Sierra Leone Medical and Dental Association.
Sierra Leone Medical and Dental Association is here in Sami Fuluma village in Kenema district to do free consultation and screening for over 200 children.
Health professionals say the outreach was designed to bridge critical gaps in access to care, particularly for rural communities with limited medical infrastructure.
We are aiming to see around 200 to 250 children. The village this afternoon is to carry out pediatric outreach, a community outreach. And this outreach involves not only doctors but also nurses and other healthcare workers that are coming into the community, these hard to reach communities, meeting the people at their, most vulnerable points, and rendering services, health services to these people.
Residents welcomed the initiative, describing it as timely and impactful. Many say it has eased the burden of traveling long distances in search of medical attention and brought healthcare closer to their doorstep.
Cough medicine.
The they come in pick it free. You go glad over than
the hospital where patients benefited from different medical treatment.
No, I not pay for them. I not pay for nothing. I not pay nothing. Well, I'm happy because at times, me na work man. I know na 2 years is I no go work. You see, me na
support to ongoing healthcare delivery efforts in the district.
Yes, so today it's a wonderful day for us because we have a team of doctors all over the country, Syria workers.
The medical outreach has provided relief to residents of Sami Fuluma village and patients at the Kenema Government Hospital. This will continue to strengthen healthcare delivery across Kenema district. George Bartolo Powell, AYV News, Kenema.
Now, concerns are mounting at Tengbe Town, Freetown, where residents say a once flowing waterway has become an unofficial dumping ground following the closure of the community's former waste disposal site. With the rains intensifying, fears are growing that the build-up of refuse could worsen flooding and increase public health risks. The World Bank estimates that poorly managed waste contributes significantly to urban flooding in developing cities, particularly where drainage channels pattern are obstructed. AYV's intern Binta Jalo bring us this report.
Concerns are growing in the Tembetan community, where residents say a once flowing waterway has become a dumping ground for household waste following the closure of the community's former dump site.
Look one and straight to back for country and they pull dirty far for the country and that's why they talk about the dog before talk about the bone back. You call me back my yard. Dirty box not the Tembetan. If I give 5,000 to police and they take me dirty, he said me to say the road. I know more for country. They affect me, they smell. Well, don't say this dirty don't pass how many years. Me not be born because this dirty they and also be get dirty box by dirty box and for go by the market. They don't pull up there. I bill they don't bill me. And then they get a vehicle there where they pass, where they come up bomb. But say that they pass, they are dirty, they are 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, they're not there. And then they carry out, they strain at this temperature.
My sister is stubborn and so people will grumble a lot about that. Then so any sound when you put them those council they can sue us. Long as I post video see the sound will be there run by you.
It affects you because one day the bomb the dust there, the smoke they affect you. At times the area they tell us now bomb every day. The ladies smelling and because of now you feel the make you turn up yeah. Because now all man it's really tea. The money with mosquito, plenty and rata. The money with too much now.
Before rainy season it comes, there is really the cold. Then they can pass most of them guys they don't know. It's first some then water floats they go inside the hose to put the hose. They go inside people the hose they don't know. The one they don't know easily they see them. Then it cause it give them mosquito back then same kind they burn it to the smoke. They can't send at this.
Residents says the lack of an alternative waste disposal site has forced many households to dump rubbish in the waterway. Community members are now calling on authorities to clear the accumulated waste, provide a designated disposal site, and improve waste collection service before the situation worsens. In turn, Binta Jalo, AYV News, Freetown.
Yesterday, Sierra Leone joined the rest of the world to celebrate World Food Safety Day. The day draws attention to preventing, detecting and managing foodborne risks. In Sierra Leone, the day serves as a critical push to reduce foodborne illnesses and support the nation's broader Feed Salon initiative for food sovereignty. Dr. Henry Parker is the Minister of Agriculture. He said the initiative works to boost domestic agriculture while ensuring that the produced food meets hygiene and safety standards, among several things. Let's take the highlight.
And I think the vast majority of population actually suffers this, especially in the rainy season, even in our homes. The other day I cooked and the flies were so many, and I had to buy mosquito coil and just try to see how we can drive that. So I think it's a combination of the people selling. We have to have hygienic places where people are selling. And this is really hard in our society and where we are. If you're in any of these slums where they're selling stuff and the trash is there, or forget the slums. When everybody is driving from Waterloo to Upline and they see where we get our vegetables and food from the ground, which is next to the biggest dump site of the city. And so it is a challenge, and one that is a multifaceted challenge that is going to require governments, that is going to require civil society, that is going to require the people ourselves to be able to address that. Government is doing its part in a lot of ways. So for us, under feed salon, where I will put this comes under nutrition for us.
Okay.
Food safety in a lot of ways. One of the first places we try to tackle that, there's a lot of, even before the food is cooked anyways, there are certain things that can be in food that will make sure, that will make it not safe for you to consume. So aflatoxin is this very nasty, insidious sort of toxin that you consume bit by bit, and over time it becomes cancerous. This is in maize, it's in groundnut, and all of that.
That's the Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Henry Musa Parker, speaking there at our Wake Up Salem program this morning. Now, a new group of young people walked out of the rehabilitation center in McKinney this week, not as patients, but as ambassadors of positive change. This, according to officials, is a proof that recovery from drug and substance abuse is possible with the right support. Augusta Ethel Toure has more on this.
With support from ActionAid and implementing partner Women's Action for Human Dignity WAD, officially held handover ceremony of farm tools and cash prize to women farmers from 6 communities in Bombali district. The ceremony brought together stakeholders in Bombali who are all partners in development. Aja Alimami Betty Sise, director of WAD, gave an overview of the handover ceremony.
Official handover today in Makuni, Bana, in Bombali several children, and of course other machines or agricultural equipment will be taken to the other 2 communities tomorrow, God willing. Yeah, but honestly, we are expecting our women, our parents, to make very good use of those machines, to make sure they benefit them, and the money which we gave them, which is 5,000 units, 5,000 units, is not for them to dress themselves or to cook, to eat in the home, but they have to use that money to maintain the machines, so that the machines will work in a better way to support their agriculture.
Hassan Kamara, gender officer for Bombali District Council, highlighted the council's role in championing development activities across all communities in Bombali.
Bombali District Council, the District Council is responsible for champion development now all the communities there inside Bombali. And for that, the Bombali District Council, they always try for deliver basic services to we all. Some of them properties there are. We don't know who side what through ActionAid, all the manjalaji, the bega anything they are come. Not so for bega you know easy. And they tell me I say that 6 communities and they work inside Bombali. And they get other communities where they are carrying a district. Not so lucky for get this property here.
Speaking on behalf of the beneficiaries, Aisatu Kamara thanked ActionAid and WAD for the support.
Because today what the ActionAid not doing, they suffer. The people there, especially I get 3 people there. So when ActionAid come, I can take all 3 people there. Today I know they get uniform, but I get uniform. Why they so from the people? You know easy. For people to get that money. But that now ActionAid don't come. If they show uniform for the people, if they give books, if they give all things. Past normal now, what do they left now? Shoes. Why all the people they do? So I'm glad for around there. So I tell them take the ActionAid. They don't do more putting there for me now.
The organization expects the women to use the donated items for their intended purposes. Augusta Ethel Toure, AYV Primetime News, McKinney.
You're also hearing us on radio this evening on 101.7 frequency modulation. Stay tuned for more stories. I'll be back with you after the break.
I run a small logistics company. Every cent counts. I didn't think I needed a fuel card until I got the Cornex fuel card. Now, I track exactly how much fuel my fleet uses, in real time. And when my wife or kids need fuel, no cash, no stress. It's safe, accepted nationwide, and I control how much goes on each card. At the end of the month, I see the savings, real savings. Cornex fuel card. I didn't know I needed it. Now, I can't run my business or family without it. Fuel smart. Live smart. Visit any Cornex filling station to sign off, or any Cornex office to get your card.
Welcome back. Victor Jones is still with you tonight on Primetime News. Let's take more stories. Now, young people make up the overwhelming majority of Sierra Leone's population and remain central to the country's development ambitions. According to UNFPA, nearly 8 in every 10 Sierra Leoneans are under the age of 35. Against that backdrop, the National Youth Commission, in collaboration with Parliament's Committee on Youth, has unveiled its strategic plan for 2025 right on to 2030, aimed at strengthening youth participation and expanding opportunities for young people. Let's now hear from AYV's Issa Bangura.
Bringing together policymakers, youth leaders, development partners, and civil society actors, the National Youth Commission and Parliament's Committee on Youth a roadmap that hope will shape the future of Sierra Leone's young population. For a country where young people constitute the majority of population, stakeholders say investing in youth development is no longer an option but a necessity. According to the UNFPA, nearly 80% of Sierra Leone's population is under the age of 35, making the country one of the youngest populations in the region.
We are here to share our 5-year strategic plan for youth development. We are here to strengthen collaboration between Parliament, our board members, and the Commission. And the final one, we are here to build a unified front for youth empowerment. This is not just a briefing. It is a strategic alignment exercise. It is a moment to ensure that every leader responsible for shaping youth policy is informed, engaged, and moving in the same direction.
In legislation and policies designed to address challenges facing young people.
We are here to give our support to the National Youth Commission, that we as a committee, our doors, our windows, our offices are widely open to ensure the National Youth Commission achieves, make sure that this commission achieves whatever will be presented to us today.
The strategic plan over the next 5 years. The conversation comes at a time when the international partners continue to invest heavily in youth-focused programs, that the voices of young people are reflected in the policies and decisions that shape their future, with young people continuing to dominate Sierra Leone's important blueprint for greater inclusion, stronger collaboration, and more responsive youth-centered policies. Issa Bangura, AYV News, Freetown.
So Freetown is no stranger to flooding, especially during the wet season. Riverine settlements such as Krube have always withstood the worst of such disasters. As the rainy season accelerates to intensity, worry looms among residents of a settlement that could be best described as one of Freetown's most populous. Nevertheless, amid the worry, mild preparations are being made to address recurrent flooding in the area. AYV's intern reporter, Aisata Suma, brings us the story.
Last week downpour brought so much more than plastic waste to Kurube. This broken bridge, a major link in the community, is one of the skirmishes that the downpour leaves behind. But for a community that is no longer stranger to flooding, everyone is overly conscious.
We are living in Sisi, we expect the diarrhea,
Yeah, yeah, so much they flow the balloon to work they flow the. Now you actually tell you so you know easy the water so cheap because some part of the water all the courts picking them for good school for easy because we left picking or easy for good school. The water can full up, so get push up picking the pass.
As filthy as the water looks, residents here rely on it for many things. One of them is to wash away the flood-brought debris in homes.
Water they go inside place and in one first. They not say when they can not able to come up for go sell the water. So that the ET side for land in our other problem down. Like all the water they don't cancel for what's the potopoto inside those. First we go get our water side back.
Are motivating in equal measure. They may have come from various backgrounds, but the common good of early preparation before the rains intensify is more unifying than the politics of green and red.
Well, we not be nothing place it. The only thing I don't see small now that dumper we can clean the guts I don't. Because nothing every unit, but nothing not in place good it. You can control them because if you not control them, a big problem. What's the commercial? Like how she does so. You come out different angles then. Take over this community, can fear food for look. Picking yourself never go to school in our school time.
Some residents say they have elevated household belongings and repairing leaking roofs. Humanitarian organizations to provide additional support, including providing drainage infrastructure, waste collection services, and emergency response assistance. Aisha Tasuma, AYV News Freetown.
So that has long been both a livelihood and a source of litigation in Koinadugu district. Unclear boundaries, weak documentation and fraudulent land transactions have left many families vulnerable to disputes and uncertainty. Across Africa, the World Bank estimates that a significant portion of land remains undocumented, limiting investments and increasing the risks of conflict. In Koinadugu, efforts are now underway to change that. Land Alliance, working alongside local authorities, is helping landowners secure authentic documentation and strengthen confidence in their property rights. Our regional correspondent Ibrahim Sudais Kurma reports from Kabbalah.
At the Koinadugu District Council Hall, a quiet but significant step is being taken to address one of the district's most persistent challenges, land insecurity. For years, land ownership in the district has been clouded by disputed boundaries, overlapping claims, missing records, and in some cases, forged documents. Through its intervention, Land Alliance is supporting landowners to obtain authentic documentation and strengthen the security of their tenure. Speaking at the event, Koinadugu District Council Chairman Lawrence Tetekabo underscored the importance of proper land records.
Today, we come give site plans to community members where we cover 2 chiefdoms, Warawarayagala and Sende, and this is now a pilot phase. We've been on there with this process for quite a long time with Land Alliance, so we get partnership with them. We want to see how people, then they really know, say, that they get this land. Waiting the government, they try for do now that. We want each and every person we get land in this country, you forget documents for inland. If you say I get 10 acres, you forget plan. You forget documents for inland, say I get it.
The director of Sierra Leone Land Alliance, John Paul Bai, outlined the organization efforts to promote transparent land governance.
For today, it's a symbolic event and it's historic in a sense, but the very first time we do land title registration. Na Koinadugu district will not ever happen na the village and also cover. And interestingly, people that don't build their houses, they know the documentation. So you got to imagine the hue and cry where they get to understand, say yes. Now they get somebody who get document where they show say they're not the real owner of the land and the real owner of the house.
Beneficiaries welcome the initiative, saying possessing legitimate land documents provide peace of mind and safeguard their families against future disputes.
Really appreciate because this opportunity, so not everybody, some of you will not get this chance here. We really appreciate because I boku money so for people forget this.
I really feel good because then they show really ownership of that particular land we are own, and that also will be legacy to me picking.
Land Alliance say it will continue working with the district council chairman, expand documentation efforts across Kwenadugu districts. For many residents, the initiative represents more than paperwork. It is a pathway to protection, a foundation of development, and a bridge between tradition and modern land governance. Ibrahim Sudais Kuruma, AYV News, Kabala, Northern Province.
Now in court, the sexual penetration trial in Freetown has taken a dramatic turn as the defense raises fresh questions over the age of the alleged child victim and the conduct of the police investigation. Nehemiah Alemami Samuel Kagbo, who is accused of sexually penetrating a minor in 2024, is facing renewed scrutiny in proceedings that have placed key evidence and witness testimony under examination. Our court reporter Ibrahim Rahmadan Jallo has the details.
The trial of Namia Almami Samuel Kagbo, accused of sexual penetration of a child, took a significant turn at the High Court in Freetown as the defense challenged the complainant's age and questioned aspects of the police investigation. During cross-examination, defense lawyers raised concerns over the absence of an initial age assessment, the timing and verification of birth certificate, and whether proper procedures were followed in confirming the complainant's details. The alleged offense is said to have occurred between November 26 and December 28, 2024, under provisions of the Sexual Offences Act. Detective Police Constable Hassan Sesay, the lead investigating officer, told the court he received the complaint on December 25, 2024 from the victim's father and immediately commenced investigations. He said statements were obtained, a medical examination was requested, and the crime scene was visited and documented. He further confirmed that the accused was questioned and allegedly admitted to the allegations. Constable Hassan Sesay, he confirmed that the medical reports, the accused statements, and photographies from the scene were all tendered as evidence before the court. The defense, however, suggested during cross-examination that the complainant had described the relationship as consensual and questioned whether the police sufficiently verified the circumstances surrounding the allegation. The officer acknowledged that the birth certificate was not initially presented during the early stages of investigation, but was later submitted, indicating that the complainant was born on August 1, 2007. He also considered that the formal age assessment was conducted. Further testimony revealed that the accused has allegedly introduced the complainant as his girlfriend to family members, including his mom and his aunt, with warnings repeatedly given about pregnancy risks. The officer also confirmed that the complainant's mother was not interviewed, citing her unavailability of the time of investigation. The defense has issued these points to challenge the credibility and completeness of the investigation. The case has been adjourned to the 16th of June 2026 for another hearing. The case continues.
Now in sports tonight, Sierra Leone's men's football team, the Leon Stars, secured a 1-0 win against Liberia at the Southern Arena in Bo City in the first leg of a double friendly series. The match was closely contested, with both teams demonstrating physical intensity and tactical discipline. The decisive goal came in the 66th minute when Abdul Jaju Kabir found space in the box and scored with a clinical finish. Marie Esther Samora report.
A second-half goal from defender Abdul Jaju Kabia proved decisive as Leon Stars claimed a narrow 1-0 win over Liberia on Saturday, 6th June 2026 at Southern Arena in Bo. The match, the first leg of a two-match international friendly series, saw a goalless first half before Kabia struck midway through the second half.
It was not just a friendly match. In many cases, it was a very special game in many ways. We haven't played each other for a long time, and we played in both, which as you said. So it was a special game in many cases. As you also said, our actual coach that just got appointed was also here, which is also a good thing. A lot of us want to impress, wants to show him what he's coming into, and I hope he's impressed for what he's seen. And in terms of the game, like the coach said, I think we were very solid in the first half. We created some chances early, very well. I'm just happy, most of these guys, it's their first time playing in Sierra Leone. We're playing for Leon Stars, but I'm happy we come out with the win. And yeah, now we rest tonight, spend time with our families, because I think a lot of families are over here. Like you said,
Well, I thought we were very dependable in terms of how we play. What is a good one? Not just pleased with this.
Coach of Lone Stars and believes he is also building his squad for the upcoming AFCON campaign. The newly appointed head coach of Lone Stars, Didier Gomez da Rosa, was officially presented to fans during the interval. Captain Mustafa Bundu said the team is ready to work with him.
We had no idea, honestly, we had no idea who the coach was. So if people are watching, when he's coming in with a different perspective, he wants to see the thing with him. So we're going to see what he can help us with and what we can give to him to put
For the first time in the history of Sierra Leone football, a top-tier international match involving senior national teams was played outside of Freetown. Maria Samora.
Right, many thanks indeed to Marie Esther Samura for putting that report together. That's all about it for Primetime News tonight. For more stories, as usual, do visit our website at www.ayvnews.com. And if you have any comments on this news or any of our programs aired here on the AYV, do not hesitate to send us an email to info@ayvnews.com. Victor Jones are my names. As always, many thanks indeed for watching and listening. Good night.